Welcome back to the Get Well with Me podcast. I am your host and your hypnotist, Adrienne Hart, and together we explore the healing powers of our subconscious minds while leaning in towards a healthier lifestyle. And our philosophy here is excellence, not perfection. This session is about appetite. And I did this session live. No one will ever be the same after experiencing that session. It was incredible to shift our perspective on appetite and learn something new about it that is so empowering. So I'm happy to share this with you. I've edited this episode to make it appropriate for the podcast. And I also want to encourage you, if you haven't been to Wellness Wednesday, come over to Wellness Wednesday and experience the magic of a live group in person session where you can experience the support and encouragement and just the vibe of a group atmosphere, a supportive group atmosphere. So, in the meantime, the Get Well With Me podcast will do. So, I invite you to enjoy this session time and time again until you and appetite are on your way to the lighter version of you or your healthy weight, whatever that is. Let you know that you're always in control. Hypnosis is always consensual. You will not accept anything that your mind doesn't want to accept. You can always get up, you can always move around, you can always make an adjustment, you can respond appropriately to anything that's happening or needs your attention. Some people in hypnosis, they experience that light and floaty feeling or that heavy, sedated feeling. And whatever you experience, it's just right for you. If you remember every word that I say or nothing at all, that's just right for you. And at this time, I'd like you to allow an image. If appetite was a person, if your appetite was a person, allow them to step forward now and be seen and acknowledged. Pretend that he or she, that appetite, steps into the room with you. And you notice that appetite looks at you adoringly. And you recognize, maybe for the first time, or maybe you've known all along, appetite is there to serve you. And isn't it something to think that appetite has an important job to do from the very beginning? Even when you were a brand new baby, appetite was right there with you. And it's easy to see now that appetite was doing its job, keeping you nourished. And isn't it sad to think that maybe sometimes we thought that appetite was our enemy, when really appetite is our friend? And the way that appetite appears to you right now, it's unique to you. But I'd like you to notice that appetite has ears and that these ears are getting bigger because they are eager to listen for new instructions on how to continue to protect you well and nourish you well. And I wonder if appetite has heard us say things that are confusing when we said things that weren't true. Like, I'm starving, when we weren't. Or I'm famished, when we weren't. Or maybe even the new one, I'm hangry. And maybe even that was true. And that's okay. But now that this is clear, it is hard to resist knowing that appetite is a loyal friend. trustworthy friend who desires to act helpfully and appropriately. And appetite deserves some respect because appetite is loyal. So maybe you salute or give a look of acknowledgement, or simply let your heart sing its favorite song. Thank you. Thank you. And as you breathe out slowly and smoothly, just allow the facial muscles to soften. And as you touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue, you can notice that your jaw automatically relaxes. That's right. Relax the jaw now. And now as you prepare to relax very deeply, you can notice the position of that body. Notice the sounds of these words, even the sounds in your background, allowing them to take you deeper inside, carrying you gently into that state of mind where your dreaming mind dreams within dreams. Because your conscious mind, it's practical. And your unconscious mind is theoretical. Whereas your conscious mind thinks it's in charge. And your unconscious mind knows it's in charge. And your conscious mind, it's logical. And your unconscious mind is intuitive. And your conscious mind is all about here and now. And your unconscious mind is all about always. And your conscious mind, it likes words and numbers and detail. And your unconscious mind, it loves metaphor and music and art. And your unconscious mind likes black and white. And your unconscious likes all the colors and every shade of the rainbow. And your conscious mind keeps track of about 7 bits of information per second. And your unconscious mind is keeping track of millions and millions of bits per second. And so your conscious mind, it observes the functions of the body. And your unconscious mind, it runs the functions of that body. And your conscious mind remembers many past things. But your unconscious mind remembers all of them. Your conscious mind misses many things. And your unconscious mind misses nothing. And your conscious mind sees details, but your unconscious mind sees relationships. And your conscious mind sleeps for hours every night. And your unconscious mind never sleeps. Even when you're unconscious. That's right. And your conscious mind is the waking mind. But your conscious mind is the trance mind. And your conscious mind is mostly focused on today. But your unconscious is filled with every day. And you know you want to be liberated from those old sensations of inappropriate hunger, that tug of war, putting the rope down now, that old antiquated pattern of lugging around distracting thoughts of food. And you can simply enjoy the friend that is appetite. And good friends, they speak up when it's important, and they quiet down. They even leave you alone when it's appropriate. And your unconscious mind, that part of you that dreams at night, without you needing to orchestrate those dreams, that part of you that breathes, recreating your body according to your youthful blueprint day by day, without you needing to recall any of those details, just letting it happen, letting your youthful body emerge more and more. That part of you that can truly prepare to make changes now, that will allow you to genuinely unwind, consume nourishment into your mind as unhelpful ideas drift away, away for you to feel lighter and lighter now. And that feels good, doesn't it? And that body knows how to feel satisfied. And just as a person can feel so much more refreshed after a good night's sleep, so that body can feel so much more serene, more content when it's nourished properly. That's right. And that clean and satisfying hydration. That's right. And for a while, that body might have become out of sync with its natural rhythms for eating, like a traveler to a different time zone. And that's okay. Because in the past, we may have confused that body so that the message to appetite wasn't clear, like a jet-lagged traveler who's always thinking about sleeping. And I am speaking to you, the subconscious mind. I am speaking to you that is known as appetite. You have a job to do, and you do a good job. I'm speaking to you, that part of you known as appetite. Thank you for prioritizing nourishment. You do a good job from the very beginning. Thank you for being a healthy part of my mind and body. And appetite, I want you to know that it is safe to make this change now. Breathing in the changes as you desire to have an appropriate level of appetite that is optimal for well-being and mental clarity and comfortable body weight and good health. And it is safe to make an adjustment. Look at the dial in front of you. Appetite, you are trusted with this control panel. And I'm telling you with crystal clear clarity that you can make an adjustment that is best for the healthy body, the energized body. Keep turning the knob now, turning it, fine-tuning it until the dial reads at an appropriate level. And you, the subconscious appetite, can easily dissolve nagging cravings. That was just a misunderstanding. You only mean to nourish and protect. And you can accept these words from the deepest level of your being, using the power of I am. I am satisfied as I breathe deeply. I am full of gratitude because I am hungry for being more healthy and more, because it makes life easier when I feel good. And I do want to feel good. And I wonder where your healthy body can take you and who will see you looking so good, feeling so good. Who will see you looking so good, feeling so good, effortlessly doing this thing and that thing. And I wonder what becomes available to you in this free way of being now. And how good can a person feel in their healthy body, enjoying their appropriate appetite? Isn't that a curious thought? How good can a person feel free? I wonder how good you will feel more and more. And it's so good to know you are feeling lighter now. And you are dialed into appropriate appetite. Forgetting about food when it's appropriate. Seeking nourishment for good health. You are okay and you are good enough. That's right. And when you eat a nourishing meal, you truly relish in it and experience a natural satisfaction. You deserve satisfaction. And it feels good to know that you're providing your body with the building blocks that it needs to refresh and rebuild that youthful blueprint of who you are. That's right. And it's easy to genuinely forget to think about food for several hours, just as you forget to think about sleep when you've slept well until bedtime is approaching, because you've fully satisfied that instinct for sleep. And that respect for appetite, it shines so brightly by the nourishing foods that you crave. And isn't it something how all the behaviors that don't align with your deep sense of self-respect, they can fade away. A way for you to be the person you really want to be. And you do have a sort of radar that helps you pick up and hold on to those ideals that are good for you. Expecting good things to happen to you. Good things to happen for you. And as the days and weeks go by, stress seems to dissolve away. A way for you to feel better and better, as endless good flows to you in endless ways. And you are motivated and positive and healthy and youthful. And you have a deep knowing that you are loved and you are loving and you are lovable. And more, you feel better about who you are. And more, you become the person you really want to be. And more, you notice yourself making the healthy choice. And you know healing is always available to you. And you know tranquility is always available to you. And you are better and better all the time. And so it is. And as you prepare to return to your normal waking state, you can bring with you this sense of calm and clarity. On the count of 5, 1 feeling good, 2 feeling alert, 3 feeling marvelous, and 4 beginning to stretch out, bringing oxygen to your muscles, and 5 eyes wide open and welcome back to the here and now.